Hello, welcome back, beloved. Happy Venus Day. Blessed Friday. If you're tuning in on a Friday that I'm filming this and uploading, which is, well, I guess technically it's tomorrow, but the moon is in itself already in Taurus today. So lots of Venetian energy is here. And tomorrow at 8 p.m. European, or Central European time, will mark the Taurus new moon. So I'm already feeling called to go ahead and get started with the cards. It feels like that is the way in which we are bringing in this message today, but I will say that there's a lot of clarity that has come to you and is coming to you around this new moon in Taurus. So it could be today, it could be tomorrow. In my last Venus message for the feminine, I did mention that for you to relax now because you've done it in terms of your inner work, especially, and feeling safe in your body to receive that which you have maybe written down, as I stated in the previous message, in terms of your desires. So what I received this morning, though, is that there's something here about your career. It may be that you're receiving something with this new moon in Taurus that supports you in the next level. And I did say that in the last message. There's something about you're going to the next level, the next tier, T-I-E-R, by Saturday, tomorrow. And actually, when I originally said that in the message, I had no clue that the new moon in Taurus was Saturday. So I think it's just very aligned. It's Venus energy here and instructions and confirmation. So I do sense, though, that there's something involving your career. This message in particular I'm receiving is about personal power. Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius, and I mean, definitely depending on where you have that taking place in your chart, and as well as Pluto, being in Aquarius for the next 19 years anyway, that it's likely pertaining to something that has to do with you showing up in your fullest essence, putting that out into the world, using your feminine power. So that means the way in which you express yourself, feminine strengths, feminine powers, is feminine communication. It is like a really graceful yet bold, courageous, intuitive move making, right? When it comes to your career. Now, this doesn't particularly pertain to if it's a job that you have or that you want, or if you are a business owner or building a business and launching. This is for all of that. So let's see what comes through here. Now, Taurus does have to do with second house energy. It is ruled by Venus, as I stated, and the moon is exalted in Taurus, by the way. And look, I split the deck. And we have Venus, the Empress, Taurus energy here. So it's exactly that. It's a connection to one's inner, it's life force energy, really. It's being connected to that, which is the essence of all of us, right? As individuals, really, is connected to our creativity. It means, that we are connected to our innate creativity. And that we can, and indeed should actually, create that which we want to see, experience, touch, feel, have in our physical 3D realities here in our worlds, our lives. And as our lifestyles from this life force energy, which is connected to this conviction that we have about our worthiness of experiencing that which we desire to feel, see, smell, taste, touch here in this material experience. So this is connected to your receiving, which Venus is all about how you receive, even your Venus placements. The sign of Taurus as well. It's about receiving, as we've talked about before, your pleasures unapologetically, embracing that which you know, especially in the material, because Taurus is the earth sign. It's all about the material. That which you know would give you pleasure to receive, to experience. And this being connected to your professional life, your business, your career, the job opportunity that you want, your money, right? You're magnetizing that, all of that is directly linked to your personal power. You're tapping into here what is your personal power, and that is being who you are. We have Justice energy here, Libra energy, and when you can really fully embrace being your unique self, it sets in motion, and not just internally, right? Or in your own home or in your own personal relationships, but I mean like outward into the world, which is exactly what this Pluto and Aquarius energy is all about. Because again, Pluto is personal power, right? It's ruler of Scorpio, the 8th house energy. And Aquarius is all about the individual reflected through the collective. So it's all about you, which is your personal justice, your personal power in motion here with the Chariot movement, and being victorious, being triumphant, not just affirmed that you are victorious or feeling good about it within, but that being reflected, again, that reflection of your creative essence, your creative life force energy, magnetizing, pulling in, the people and the other material things that you want and deserve for your life and as your life. And I'm telling you right now, it has to do with being who you are. Whether that is, like I said, in your business or in your job opportunity that you desire, you need to show up in your fullest essence. Be unapologetically yourself. There's something coming through here about a resume. One of you here, I'm getting someone watching this. There's 2 messages coming through. So one of you here, someone watching this, is after this particular job opportunity. It's got a much higher pay I'm getting than anything you've ever, experienced before in terms of a job, in terms of a workplace. And you know that you can do exactly what it is that this position states that it requires, but you don't have what it may state as it requires or prefers, the 5 to 10 years, of experience. That doesn't matter. Now, the other thing that was coming through was those of you with your business. It's the same thing. It's not about you having the experience in terms of years, right? Of I've been doing this for this long. No. And you're certified and it says you've been doing it for that long. No, it's about the way in which you come across in your writing, in your communication, and how you express yourself and how you present yourself when you have the opportunity to be in front of your audience, your ideal clientele, your desired customers, your ideal or desired, employer. That in itself, what your story and where you've gotten up till that point of sharing, right? Putting yourself out there, presenting yourself is your experience. That's experience enough. You have life experience that is literally living this thing, that is the embodiment of that role, that position that you are wanting to magnetize, anchor yourself into and magnetize that which you materially desire and deserve from that. That's why, there are so many people, we know this, whether we know of the people ourselves or we just know of the scenario ourselves, but there's a lot of companies, there's a lot of people with businesses, or we'll say it like this, there's a lot of companies hiring people who they've got the resume, the curriculum, but they don't have the oomph in terms of when they present themselves, and in terms of when they get the role, right? And then they're embodying it, not in its fullest essence that the company actually, or that CEO of that company that hired them actually wants. So then they end up having to do it all over again, a new round of seeking and searching for the right person for that role and position, because they played it safe as a company and went with the person who had the curriculum, the resume. And in terms of business, I'm sure you've seen, many people who don't have half as much talent, skill, oomph in their presence and how they show up, and express themselves. And they're in perhaps your niche, right, of business. And they're magnetizing so many customers, clientele, and money. And the reason being is because you are the trailblazer, perhaps. You're the trailblazer. And we're entering a time, Pluto and Aquarius for the next 20 years, where we've entered a time where it's about the person who is confident and has conviction. It's not, and they're going to get the opportunity. They're going to magnetize the customers and the high pay, they are going to be the ones that are testifying and sharing their personal stories and experiences, especially, as a woman, if you're targeting other women and you do this, you're certainly going to be rewarded, I'm telling you, and receive what it is that your heart desires and deserves, because that's just the time that we're in now. We are no longer in the energy of the age of Capricorn, where, it's about playing by the rules and systems and order and structure as it pertains to the material systems here. No, we're going by divine order, as it states here. We're going by universal law, all right? And that which you embody unapologetically, I'm telling you right now, is going to get you exactly what it is that you desire and deserve. We have the High Priestess. This is moon energy. So for me, this feels like you are hiding something about yourself. Yeah, we have Lilith, the World card, at the bottom of the deck. And it's like you've come to a point where you don't want to hide anymore. because maybe you thought you have to do things, as I was just saying before I got this card out, a certain way. That's not the case anymore. And I mean, it never has been actually, but it's especially not the case, collectively speaking. And now that you are integrating all aspects of yourself, right, you can really just own what you intuitively, with the High Priestess and Moon energy here, resonate with and feel called to show up as, to create, to embody, to, I'm hearing, to apply for. Forget what it says about what they require. Forget, as a business owner, that which you thought, you need to create content in a certain way, that you have to say certain things, that your video has to be a certain length or amount of time. You're not meant to create like other content creators here on social media. Your audience, even if you get 20 views on a video, it may be those 20 women, it may be 5 of those women, it may be 10 or 8 of those women who still press play, commit, yes, they say, to that which you are offering beyond that video. That in itself is enough. What I'm also getting here when I said that is you need to charge, which is also this Taurus Venusian energy here. You need to, I'm hearing, renew your price line, your price worth, you need to charge more. If you're comfortable with what you are charging for your business, for your services, for your consulting, whatever it is, if you're comfortable with what it says that they can offer you, or what they did offer you for that job opportunity, ask for more. And do so confidently. If they ask you why you're charging what you are, why it costs that, talk about the results, the outcome of them investing in that business of yours, in that offering, which essentially is them investing in their company, which essentially is them investing in their own lives as women seeking your offering. Talk about the results. Talk about the outcomes, not about yourself. They'll be able to tell, well, everything they need to about you and your personal, background, story, all of that, by your presence alone. How you speak, how you present yourself, how in your feminine power, excited, and grounded, calm, graceful you are in your approach. Temperance. Angelic guidance, wisdom from your highest self. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you. It is your divine feminine essence, energy, self, that's highest self here, that is guiding you at this time. It is why you intuitively sense that you must express yourself, present yourself, put yourself out there in your fullest essence. Bet on yourself. claim the salary that you actually desire, not that you're comfortable with. Claim the amount that you desire, not that you're comfortable with, for your offerings. There's an energy here of not struggling anymore. There's an energy of renewal, but it's happening as you say yes, answer yes to your intuitive, highest divine feminine self. And we have the star here at the bottom. Hope after troubled times, beauty after troubled times. I'm telling you, if you have experienced setbacks, delays, it's from within. And a doubting and not allowing yourself to be your fullest self. And that expressed outwardly, okay? Jupiter is moving into Leo and urging you next month in June, we'll be there for a year, to fully be in your essence out loud, all right? To be in your fullest essence, your most authentic essence, your creative energy, your life force energy, unapologetically out loud amongst the collective. Oh my gosh, I just felt called to shuffle these and then to stop. And here we have Leo energy, strength. Jupiter expands anything it touches. It's connected to rewards. It's connected to money, wealth, luck. And when it's in the sign of Leo for the year upcoming, June 2026 through July 2027, I guarantee you that it is urging you to be in your full feminine power, as it says here in life force energy, out loud, because Leo is all about being seen and magnetizing from that. But the being seen is not to be validated by anything outside of the self. The being seen is rooted in the heart space, the intuition, the feminine. Authentic creativity expressed, and Leo evolved knows it will magnetize in through the material, the gold, that's sun energy, the money, the golden dream, desired lifestyle. Yeah. Boss energy here, Queen of Wands, fire sign, feminine. And it doesn't mean, if you're, again, one of these women here who are desiring a particular job opportunity, being a boss there, maybe it is that for some of you, but it means the boss of your own life in all aspects. So your professional life, your career, your money included. Now, I'm getting to ask about the Taurus moon and what it is bringing here, how it's connected, because it's coming through very strongly since the beginning of this message. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have this energy again. The last reading, if you know, you know, King of Wands came through. And this was a masculine's energy. I felt it as a man. And I kind of feel it is that now again. For some of you, maybe some contact happening with this man who's in his boss energy, divine masculine, around this new moon in Taurus. And for others of you, or it could be both that applies, of course, it's that this is your inner masculine bossing up, protecting your feminine creative life force, desires, and magnetism. Yeah, a transformation is here, death energy. You are becoming the butterfly this weekend. You're no longer remaining in the cocoon. You're stepping out. It's new to you, Page of Wands. But you're not letting the past hurts, fears, disappointments with the Three of Swords stop you anymore. You have a new perspective with the Page of Swords here. You have a new way that you're going to express yourself. And maybe some sort of a contract or communication, an invitation I'm hearing, that could have to do with, as I said, your work. Okay? Yeah, there is such a fire energy here. Oh my goodness. The Knight of Wands. Some of you is about to take action toward you. I'm telling you. It's coming out like wild. The Emperor is at the bottom of the deck. Very divine masculine energies here. Very active. I know what I want. I'm going for it. Energy is here. Boss energy is here. And again, others of you, or this could resonate with you, are moving into this Queen of Pentacles at the bottom here of the Emperor. You're crowning yourself in your feminine power and creative life force energy and recognizing the magnetism. This is also Taurus energy with the Queen of Pentacles here. All right, when it comes to the material, Pentacles, that which you want, desire, materially speaking. Yep. You're crowning yourself and you are receiving public recognition for it. Yeah, and your inner masculine is supporting you in this, I tell you. Okay, and it has to do with your money, your resources, your fortune, your legacy in the material. There's a turning of that will, no longer step back, no longer delayed, no longer stagnant, because you've chosen to move. The Nine of Swords. Some of you could be having restless nights, tossing and turning, or just not the greatest of dreams happening. They could feel a little disturbing, or just really challenging to see or receive. But I am getting that they are guided, supported by your guides, your ancestors. All right, balancing out here when it comes to your material with the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, and for you to leap forward, I'm telling you, the full Aries energy, confidently taking a risk on yourself. It is definitely connected to your intuition, to the truth of who you are. It's like getting that with the moon here. And again, could be that you're seeing these things in your dreams. But it may be challenging for you. This is your confirmation press play to press go, I'm hearing. Yeah, strength almost came out. It hesitated. And be strong and go. Okay? Bet on yourself. You won't regret it. One more for this Taurus new moon. The Four of Pentacles is here with the moon at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, don't stay where you are. There's a path that has cleared for you with the moon too. This is also about clarity, truth, clarity, the fog lifting. All right? From what it is that has been really not rewarding, you haven't been receiving your return of investment financially. You haven't gotten what you've wanted financially in the material here. This is turning around. I'm telling you, with temperance. It's divine's orders. But it's all about you betting on your heart space, yourself. I'm seeing this as like you being your own savior. Okay? No longer repeating the same cycle materially here. Fulfilling your feminine essence. Honoring it. Don't stay where you are, accepting the bare minimum at that job, accepting the bare minimum with your prices, not taking the leap and shifting the thing that you know you need to, and how you express that which you are offering in your business, because you're following what others are doing, but not your unique codes. We get into that in the Celestial Code Masterclass, which you can learn more about in the description box below. Because many of you, and I've done this in the past, have been doing what we thought is the right thing to do in terms of business creation, offerings, how you market it, sell it. But you've been doing it based on other people or things outside of you. This template, right? That is not for you. You need to align with your own celestial codes, with your own astrological codes, and understand the feminine and masculine energetic principles in the astrology so that you can utilize and honor both of your inner feminine and inner masculine to magnetize, to create, to build, magnetize that which is that you desire. And that masterclass, because money and relationships with men are connected, I promise you, it touches on doing that for your love and career life. Now, to wrap up the message, I'm going to get one of these. Oh my gosh. It is safe and beautiful to express my sensuality. You're being encouraged, I promise you, to express. This is Taurus Venetian energy here. Express yourself. Taurus also, by the way, is connected to, yes, the sacral, the womb, but it is also rolling actually the vocal cords in our physical bodies. So it's also about using your voice. All right, it's through your writings, it's through your content, it's through whatever it is that you create in your voice, in your tone, in your unique code. And one water oracle. Trust your inner compass. Let your inner light lead, I believe. Wow. Yep. You know exactly what it is that you need to do. When it comes to your business, when it comes to your career, it's not about anyone or anything outside of yourself. You have, I'm telling you, this is about ancient wisdom here. You have the codes within you. All right? And within your astrological chart. I promise you. So, I'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in.